The phone rang at 9:17 a.m., and the voice on the other end shattered my life in a single sentence. "Ma'am, I don't think this transaction is authorized. Your husband is here right now, standing at the counter, with a woman who is not you." My coffee slipped from my hand and exploded across the floor, but I didn't feel the burn. My heart was louder than the alarm bells in my head. I asked the woman to repeat herself. She did, slowly, carefully, as if she already knew what this would do to me. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I thanked her, hung up, and sat perfectly still while something inside me went cold and sharp. 12 years of marriage flashed by. Late nights he claimed were work, sudden business trips. The way he started guarding his phone like it held state secrets. I had trusted him. That was my first mistake. I drove to the bank, not confront him, but to observe. I parked across the street and waited. 10 minutes later, I saw them come out laughing. Her hand rested comfortably on his arm, like it belonged there. She was younger, confident, wearing the bracelet I thought he'd bought for me, but returned because it was defective. When he kissed her forehead, something snapped inside me, and a plan quietly took shape. I didn't confront him that day, or the next. Instead, I played the perfect wife. I smiled. I cooked his favorite meals. I listened when he complained about stress. Meanwhile, I became a ghost in his digital life. I copied bank statements, backed up emails, tracked receipts. The more I looked, the uglier it got. Our savings, my inheritance, was being drained to fund his secret life. Hotels, gifts, that bracelet. He wasn't just cheating. He was stealing. Then I found her name. Not just a name, a role. She worked in his department. That made things deliciously complicated. I waited 2 weeks. Then I made my first move. I scheduled a meeting with a lawyer, quietly, efficiently. I transferred what remained of my inheritance into a protected account. I froze our joint credit line. And then, my favorite part, I sent an anonymous package to his company's compliance department. Inside were copies of emails, expense reports, and a neat little timeline showing how company funds were being used to cover personal hotel stays. With her, the dominoes fell faster than I expected. He came home early one afternoon, pale and sweating, asking if I'd noticed anything weird with our accounts. I tilted my head and smiled. "No," I said softly. "Should I have?" The next morning, his phone rang the way mine had. Sharp. Final. By noon, he was suspended pending investigation. By evening, she blocked him everywhere. Apparently, she hadn't known she was dating a married man who was also committing fraud. Or so she claimed. I saved my last move for when he was weakest. The bank called him to inform him that the house, my house, was legally protected under a trust he had no claim to. Then the lawyer served him papers at his mother's birthday dinner. Divorce. Financial misconduct. Full custody of the narrative. He begged. He cried. He swore it meant nothing. I listened quietly, the same way he must have listened when I trusted him completely. When he finished, I handed my phone. On the screen was the recording of that first call from the bank. "Your husband is here right now with a woman." His face collapsed. He knew then that this wasn't anger. This wasn't emotion. This was consequence. I didn't ruin his life. I simply stopped protecting him from the truth. Now, every time my phone rings, I smile a little, because I learned something powerful that day. Betrayal thinks it's secret. Revenge doesn't need to be loud. It just needs to be patient.